You know what I call that right there? Home run Jesus.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Them fuckers at Notre Dame and
Oh,
Catholics,
yeah.
they got
You're
us.
right.
They got touchdown Jesus, but us Goody Mormons.
We're sitting here one time, and people always come follow their kids around, you know, and we'd meet people from out of town and stuff like that, and they would ask, what's that out there? And I go, oh, that's fucking Angel Moroni. And they go, what's that? And I says, well, they got Angel Moroni, so he's up there, so when the sun comes over the mountain, it shines on him first. Oh.
I call him Home Run
Yeah,
Jesus.
but that's how they got the fucker set up all the time, like he's the first fucking angel. Yeah.
Same way in Brigham.
Yeah. It's all
All of them.
pointed where.
That was the last job before I got cancer.
Spanish Fork or Brigham?
No, Brigham. Right before I got cancer, Bastions, you know, those are the last of the Mohicans with
Phil Child.
Rock Masons.
Yeah.
Phil Child.
They're that good.
Oh, they are.
And of course, they're like you with tile. And so, Jimmy Bohan is a nephew of theirs, and he's a crazy lunatic, but great. And he says, "Well, you come help us."
Yeah.
I'm like, fuck you. But anyway, that's the last job I did before I got cancer. I worked on that piece.
Yeah.
But you know that split Weaver. I was talking to her out there in the pit,
Yeah.
and she says, "Kevin," she says, "you're the last one." So I used to go in there, you know, because they split it now with a machine.
Yeah.
And so the pile, she gave me free rock forever and ever and ever, because we used to just go up the river and get our own rock.
Yeah.
And so, but she says, you got to keep the trade, you know, so you remember Sessions.
Yeah.
So Kaysville and Farmington both had city ordinances that had to be the real
plaster.
the real granite.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
He's the last of the Mohicans.
Yeah.
And he was charging $35, $45, $50
yeah.
a square foot.
Right.
Still losing money.
Yeah,
Trying to fight these licking stick fuckers.
Yeah. Yeah.
But he quit.
Second base number
So
21. Jesus
he was
Maserati.
such an artisan, that when he quit, Layton and Farmington had to change their city
The
ordinances.
specs. So
That's
they could
how
find
good
a
he
guy that
was.
fit him.
Nobody left to do it. That kind of work.
I worked with him on a lot of jobs. Them guys were great. They were
Best, huh?
They were the real rock. Real rock, not the fake rock.
The best in the
real
world.
rock, and they would make them joints look like they're quarter of an inch joint everywhere. You see people do real rock, they'll have a 2-inch joint, a half-inch, be tight.
They were
here.
the greatest.
Them fuckers were good. And they would take a chipping hammer and work on a rock for a while till that some
Well,
bitch
it
fit.
was to that quarter.
Yeah.
That's how I grew up learning.
Yeah.
That's how I was taught. And so,
Yeah.
you know, same with the plaster work, you know.
Yeah.
Fuck, I had all the plaster work in this fucking town for years, you know. I tell everybody the tree in the...
Oh yeah, I remember when you did that tree house.
So these guys did the murals right here.
Yeah.
And I sit and talk to them. I got to be friends with them. They're from Puerto Rico. And it's Gaynor Torres. He's real fan. $175,000 I paid on those.
Yeah.
But, you know, we got to know. But I'm like, the old Ogden artisans, they're all gone.
Yeah. There's guys that I'll be at the tile.
You're the last of the
place
Mohicans.
picking up the tile, and they'll see my mud box in the back of the truck, and they go, "What's that for?"
How long have you been at it?
Almost 50 years, over 49 years.
Yeah, you're the last of the Mohicans, baby. Double play, Dodgers. So, people call me all the
All
time,
the kids, both young and old.
and they're like,
Everybody play along.
because I can do interior, laughing, plaster, you name it, I can do it.
Yeah. And the old downtown Ogden, all them, and
all
them
mine.
historic buildings.
Fuck,
They
they're all
need
my
that.
work.
That's all they got in there, you know, and people don't even know what the fuck to do with that.
No,
How do you put sheetrock mat over this? You know,
that's all.
Yeah.
I've got literally 10,000 of them in this town.
Yeah.
And they call me and they're like, well, you're the last of the Mohicans. I'm like, fuck you, I've got cancer, I retired.
Yeah.
And then so I'll say, well, I'll come out of retirement, you got, you know, how much? And I tell them, they're like, click, hang up.
Right.
we still got the Raptors. I'm still pissed at the fucking Major League Baseball doesn't have enough money to keep these guys alive. So they killed their affiliation, you know that.
Yeah, I know, and it's just for no reason.
Yeah.
I mean, Ogden's been a baseball town forever. And,
So I'll tell you the best story about John Appley. That's your buddy.
yeah.
So when I was a little boy there, so your buddy that lived right over there was a ball boy. So this is when they won the Pioneer League Championship.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of his name. Ramos.
Yeah.
He says, we were 16, 15, and he says, well, sort of sent us out when they won. My Cadillac's in the parking lot, they're ball boys.
Yeah.
There's
Now that that's over, leading on.
15 bottles of champagne in the trunk.
Oh, yeah.
Now you heard me, there's 15. So they went in there, of course, there was 16. And so, what a ballpark that was.
Oh, yeah. We used to go, one of my buddies here, Dennis Daniels, a black guy, his mom was a cleaning lady for a doctor. And they had box seats right behind home plate. And so we would get tickets, and she would never go. And me and Dennis would ride our bikes down there to the fucking games. And Lasorda he was a foul mouth.
Oh, yeah, fuck.
Little, the clubhouse was like a little building with just chain link on the windows, no glass. So we would go listen to him, call them guys everything but white, throw shit around. And
Oh,
stuff
he
like
was
that.
the shit, wasn't he?
Oh, I remember. Well, I went to a lot of them games down there, and like
too.
Steve Garvey was a third baseman when he first come up, and he would throw it in the stands all the time. Could not throw. He had a hell of an arm, but couldn't hit the first baseman. He'd throw it up in the stands.
yeah.
And so they made him a first baseman when he went to pros. But I was down
So
there.
I
seeing
sat
all
with
them
Garvey at the opening ceremonies of the Olympics. Me and
Oh,
my
really?
daughter. I sat with him, and his fingers were this fucking big around, and you know,
yeah.
so he let Aaron, my
Like
daughter,
Hass?
yeah, like Hassel. So he let him put his World Series ring. 88. You know,
Yeah.
Hubbard was on that team.
Yeah.
So I grew up with Glenn. You know,
Yeah,
he
yeah.
lived right over there. Me and Steve were best buddies. How good was that fucker?
Yeah, he was pretty good. That was Benny Tillman, our buddy, died
Just
last.
died.
Yeah, he was shortstop on that Ben Lomond team until Hubbard got there, and they moved Benny into the outfield. Fucking had Hubbard played short, and Benny was a great baseball player, but he
Yeah, everybody
wasn't as
talks
good as
about.
Hubbard.
Well, he was the best athlete probably in the history of this fucking city. Was Benny.
I tell everybody I meet, Benny Tillman was the best athlete I ever met.
Me too. And I played, you know, a lot of ball with Robbie.
Yeah.
I remember at Ben Lomond, Robbie in that 79 team, and Bootney, my cousin, was on that team. Troy Blanche, he's dead now. I remember a game we won 49-54.
Oh yeah.
Robbie had 51.
Oh yeah.
54.
Yeah.
You know,
when we were kids, I hung out with Benny all the time, and I didn't really know Robbie. He was a few years younger and
was
didn't
good.
hang out with us. But when I went to his funeral, I talked to Robbie for a long time. Yeah.
I
Robbie works
didn't-
for the IRS.
Yeah, he's in Austin, right?
Yeah.
Well, we smoked a lot of weed together, he and I, and we drank a lot.
That was Benny's deal. Benny smoked weed before every basketball game. And he was the best player in the city.
Best player in the history. So I'll tell you a great story. Did you know Byron Scott, who
Yeah,
played for the Lakers?
Yeah, he grew up right down here. I know his cousin.
Yeah, he grew right up. You know who his real dad is? His biological father? Alan Hall.
Really?
Alan Hall won 2 championships. Do you know who his real grandma is? Annabelle,
Oh, yeah?
who owned the brothels right there.
Yeah, yeah.
That's his grandma.
Oh, yeah, well, that makes sense. His,
But Benny was the best that there ever was.
yeah,
I didn't even know he died.
yeah. Yeah.
How he lived as long as he did is a miracle.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
You know,
He lived with his aunt. The last, you know, he lived with his aunt for a long time, and he was living with his aunt when he died. And, you know, man, he was like a flag man and stuff like that. Umpired a referee, but he never made enough money to. I seen him like 2 years before he died, they had the street festival down here on 25th Street, like Harvest Moon or something. Me and Jan was down there, and I run into Benny right in front of the Kokomo. And I go, what the hell you doing? And he goes, come buy me a drink.
Yeah.
So he wanted a shot of tequila and a PBR. And I bought him that. We sat there and drank them, and I go, here, Benny, here's enough for another round. I got to go. My wife's out here, you know. And he was a good guy.
He was the greatest.
Yeah.
You know, Vila, my cousin Scott, he played on that same team with Ben. Ben Loma, with Scott. And so I would go to all those games. Every one of those games. He was unbelievable. You know what Les Townsend says about him? So Les said that, so Tarkanian then was I believe at Long Beach State, and it just moved to UNLV.
Yeah.
He signed him when he was a sophomore, had him with some cash.
Yeah.
But he, you
Manny
could
had a
see,
0.2 grade point average, so the fucker couldn't. I remember when Larry Farmer was coaching
that drug
UCLA,
addict fucker.
come
Yeah,
up to
come here.
fucking recruit him.
Yeah.
I seen him fucking with him, you know, and I.
but UNLV didn't care. They would cheat you through.
Right.
But he said when he showed up to practice, I guess he hauled him down there.
Yeah.
And he says,
Manny went down there.
yeah, and he says when he was fall down drunk, in the game.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
Tarkanian called him the best raw talent he'd ever seen in his life.
Yeah.
I love that guy.
Oh man, Benny could jump so high. Benny was maybe 6 feet tall.
Yeah.
We'd go play pickup basketball when we were like 10th grade. Benny would go like this and dunk it behind his head. Like that.
So you remember the old Washington Junior?
Yeah, yeah,
So I remember we played him at Walquist.
yeah,
It was a preseason game. They
Yeah.
beat us by 50.
yeah, yeah.
And so
That was where most of the blacks lived and went to that school, you know.
how good were they?
They were pretty good.
So where did you went?
When I was a kid, when I was from kindergarten to 6th grade, I lived down here and went to Grant School.
You went to Grant.
And then when I got into junior high school, we moved up on 23rd Street, and I lived on Van Buren and Miller.
That's where you met Miller.
Miller, yeah.
That lunatic.
That's when we got to be best buddies.
Who's the best female basketball athlete in the history of the state?
Well,
His sister.
yeah, but she couldn't beat us playing. We would fucking play basketball out in the driveway.
You did
We
play with
would
her?
kill her.
Kathy?
I mean, yeah. And Kathy I was surprised because like she would score 40 points in the women's.
50.
Had
50
the
at
records
Weber
up
State.
there.
50.
And but like I was, she was really, I guess, really good for girls, but she was not good as boys. I mean.
Yeah, but still, she
Yeah.
was. They don't give her no love at Weber.
No, she got to try out for the Olympics the year she was up there. And,
How the
and
fuck? She should have been the Olympic star.
She didn't make the team.
But, well, don't even get me going.
yeah, Miller Slip.
That lunatic, don't even get me going.
She wasn't the prettiest girl around, but she was a pretty good athlete.
What an athlete. She's a great person.